What is the Northeast Passage? Have you ever thought about a shortcut that could change how the world trades? The Northeast Passage is just that, a maritime route along the northern coast of Europe and Asia. It connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans through the Arctic Ocean. This passage primarily follows Russia's Siberian coastline and goes through several seas, including the Barents, Kara, Laptev, East Siberian, and Chukchi seas, before reaching the Bering Strait. Historically, this route was sought after as a faster way to travel between Europe and Asia. The first successful navigation of the entire route was accomplished by Swedish explorer Nils Nordenskjöld between 1878 and 1880. From a polar region's perspective, the Northeast Passage holds great importance due to its geopolitical and environmental aspects. The Arctic has extreme conditions, including thick ice cover and freezing temperatures, which have limited navigation to short summer periods. However, climate change is changing the game. It has led to a reduction in Arctic sea ice, especially along the Siberian coast, making this passage more accessible for commercial shipping. This shift has sparked interest in the Northeast Passage as a shorter alternative to traditional routes like the Suez Canal. In fact, using this route can cut travel distances between Europe and Asia by up to 1/3. The legal framework governing the Northeast Passage is tied to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Russia manages the route, often referring to it as the Northern Sea Route. This term is sometimes used interchangeably with the Northeast Passage, though the Northern Sea Route specifically refers to the section between the Kara Strait and the Bering Strait. Under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, Russia claims regulatory control over this route. This includes requirements for icebreaker escorts and environmental regulations. Meanwhile, other nations argue for their rights to transit through international straits. Practically, the effectiveness of the Northeast Passage relies on icebreaker support and infrastructure. Russia operates a fleet of nuclear-powered icebreakers to keep shipping lanes open, although operations are still seasonal. Environmental concerns are also significant. Increased shipping activity raises risks of oil spills, noise pollution, and disruption to Arctic ecosystems. For polar regions, the Northeast Passage represents both the challenges of Arctic governance and the tangible effects of climate change on global maritime trade. As the Arctic continues to warm, this route may reshape how countries interact and trade in the future.